Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews. And today I'm going to be doing Crown Royal Maple flavored whiskey. Here it is. And the bottle of Crown Royal is beautiful. You know, the big glass ones, even this one, shaped, kind of like a crown. If you look in my playlist under Canadian whiskey, I've done the plain Crown Royal whiskey, and I went through the history a little bit. I won't do it here, but if you want to check that out, it is very interesting of why and how this whiskey was made and named, and the process and what they go through to make this whiskey. It's very interesting in Canada. So what am I looking for with the maple one? Well, with the maple, what I'm looking for is, and this is 80 proof, by the way, and it could be called whiskey in Canada because they could put up to like 1% flavoring and different things in a whiskey and still be called a whiskey. So I'm looking to see if it has a nice maple taste, right? Not off-putting in any way. Can we taste the maple? Is it too much? Is it good? Is it a nice sipper? Does it make it sweet? Does it help maybe make this a transition whiskey into where you start on this and you get to taste a whiskey with a little maple, and then you can kind of wean off as your palate develops into different whiskeys? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I guess I'm looking for, it's not going to be sweet because there's no sugar added to it, but I want a nice, I guess, a undertone. I want the whiskey first with an undertone of the maple. Let's see what we get. So we'll pour her all in there. Nice color to it, right? Nice color. All right, smell it from here. Of course it's gonna smell good. It's whiskey maple. I mean, it's gonna smell good. Yeah. First thing you get is the whiskey and the vapors of the alcohol coming up and burning a little. That'll kind of burn off as it sits in this glass. So I'm getting that whiskey smell, alcohol burn, and then I could smell the maple under it, just as I had hoped. See it coming down the glass a little bit here? It's got a nice thickness. It's not high alcohol, so which is usually what they call legs there, produce those. So maybe it's got a little viscosity to it. We'll see. Well, let's let it sit here a minute, let the alcohol burn off, and get a good whiff of the whiskey itself. Yes, as the alcohol burns off, getting to smell that whiskey. I could smell the maple and the wood influence. It does smell like a waffle. I guess with the grains and the maple. So it's like a waffle, and then you get the seriousness of the whiskey and the wood. It's almost like whiskey flavored syrup. The other day I went out to eat and I had a whiskey, bourbon flavored butter. It's in Kentucky. I get all this good stuff like that. All right, let's give her a taste. All right, tell you what you're going to get out of this. Really strong maple influence, to which I'm tasting right now, almost a sweetness to it. The aftertaste on the back of my tongue, I taste that maple now. Taste the maple immediately when it goes down and when it's in my mouth. And of course, it's whiskey. It's got that bite to it. It's got that whiskey taste. It's got a little bit of wood and a hint of vanilla. I would say if you're a whiskey purist, of course you're not going to like this, right? No. But if you have more of an open mind, may I say, or you don't really like whiskey too much, you might want to try and find something that you like to sip or to ease your way in, start to develop your palate and pick some stuff out. I think you will like it. It's not terrible by any means. It's a good sipper. I think it would be good, and I usually don't put any water or ice in my whiskeys ever. Just me. Sometimes I do if it's really high proof, but put a little water. I think this would be good with an ice cube. This would certainly be good in certain cocktails. All right? I don't know a whole lot about cocktails, but I can see where this maple and vanilla flavor would really enhance. So I thought I read, when I was doing a little research on this, something about a Manhattan with this. I'm not sure I like Manhattans. I like bourbon Manhattans. But I'm sure there are a lot of applications where this maple whiskey would go. Yes, for sure. So, it's turned into fall. Is this a good thing to sip on a cool fall night outside? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I think it's different. I think if you crack a bottle with some friends, you enjoy it. You make sure they're not too serious about their whiskeys. Now, I've had every kind of whiskey in the world. All right, I used to sell it. I could be a purist as much as the next guy. But I also enjoy something in my glass here. I also enjoy different things and experience different things. And if you don't like it, Crown Royal still has their other one. They're original, and they have a bunch of other flavors I'd like to try as well. So, from Hillbilly Select Reviews, there it is. You want a little hint of maple, a little vanilla, a little wood, whiskey, a little burn, a nice sipper on a fall night. This is your girl here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Check out my Canadian whiskeys. All right? Check out my Canadian whiskey playlist. Don't be shy. Thank you for being here. Bye, everybody.